So today we are looking at the Linux Mint 22 Beta Wilma. So this is a Cinnamon desktop environment. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So I'm running it on a VMware, which is a virtualization with 8 GB of RAM, 60 GB of hard disk, and I have like a 1240p i5 CPU. So here we have the desktop layout. It took almost 2 minutes to load up the desktop layout from the boot. So let's first change the display settings. So let me change it to 1920 into 1080 with this 16:9 ratio. Let me click apply. Keep new configuration. Here are some of the settings if you want. So let's open the system monitor first to see how much of resources it consumes in the beginning without opening any of the software or applications. So again, this is a beta version, so you need to wait for a few more days for the stable release and then go with the installation if you want. So if you can't wait, you can just try it on your own on the virtual machines. So it should be a good option. You can install it on a virtual machine and test it on your own. So here are all the processes running right now. Let's go to the resources. So it's a 1.2 GB of RAM, and the MAT desktop environment was almost like a 1 GB in the beginning, but the Cinnamon is consuming a bit more, which is 200 MB. So again, remember this is it's running on a RAM, which is a live boot. So you need to understand there will be a change in the when you install it on a hard disk and when you run it on a RAM, it should be a different resources, maybe 300, 200 MB more or less. So that should be the difference. Here is the file system. So let's check about the system monitor. You get a version of 45.0.2. If you want, you can compare all my Linux Mint 22 Wilma videos. I already made a MAT desktop environment. Here is the Cinnamon. And after a few hours, there will be XFCE posted in my channel because I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So that's the reason you can compare all those desktop environment. You can watch 3 videos and go with whatever desktop environment you want. So again, this is a beta version. Remember that also. I'm not going to recommend you to install it on a main PC or a work PC. You can test it on your own on the virtual disk or VMware or VirtualBox, any applications. So I'm going to put the system monitor in the right side corner throughout the video so you can see all the changes. So let's open the Firefox web browser and go to their official website and see all the new features which are available in the Linux Mint 22 Wilma. The code name for 22 is a Wilma. So it should take like a 20 seconds maybe for the Firefox to load up. So here we have the browser. Let's keep it in the left side so you can see the changes in the system resources. Let's go to the About section and check the version. Here is the version of the Firefox. Let's type in About Support to get some of the information. Here is the About Support. Here are some of the basic information. If you want, you can read everything by pausing the video, or you can change the speed in the YouTube settings to 0.25 to the video will be running in a slow-mo, or you can just pause the video and read everything here if you want. So the RAM went up to 400 MB, which is 1.6 GB right now, and the CPU is also on the 80%. That's not a stable. I didn't open anything other than the Firefox web browser, so keep an eye on the system resources. So it went up again in the RAM also. So let's type in Linux Mint as a search term in the search bar. In order to go to the official website, so I'm using a VPN, so it's showing some random language. Let's change it to English. So this is the official website. You can just type linuxmint.com in the search bar if you want. You can just scroll it down to get to the blog. So here is the release notes or new features or the latest news, whatever you can call it. You can just directly click on links and go to the blog, or you can just go like this. So here we have the Linux Mint 22 Wilma. So it's a beta release. So Linux Mint is a long-term support release which will support until 2029. So this is 2024 and you should be getting a 5 years of a support. It comes with the updated software, a refinement and many new features to make your desktop even more comfortable to use. I'm not going to read everything because it's going to make a video lengthy. So here is what's new in Linux Mint 22 and here is the release note for Linux Mint 22. I showed the new in Linux Mint 22 in a Mac desktop environment. I forgot to show the release notes for the Linux Mint 22. So I'm going to show it right now in the Cinnamon desktop environment. Before that, you need a system requirements of 2 GB of RAM or 4 GB. It's recommended for 4 GB. So it's 2024, you need at least a 4 GB of RAM to run almost every Linux distro. And you should have 20 GB of disk space and 100 GB is recommended. I'm having a 60 GB of hard disk, but I'm running still on a live boot, so I don't have any issue with it. So the resolution you need 1024 into 768. So it's 2024. Almost every person in the almost world will be using at least 1920 into 1080 or maybe the 1366 into 768 resolution. I don't think they have 1024 or 768 resolution right now. But almost every person who has a computer will be running at least a monitor should be having like a 1920 clarity. So here are some of the upgrade instructions. So this beta release might contain critical bugs. Always I mention that if it's in a stable version or a development version, you don't need to install it on your main PC or work PC. It's going to have some issues. But I didn't face any issues or any bugs in the Mac desktop environment. So even if you don't have any issues, don't try to install it on your main PC or work PC. Try it on the virtual machine. It will be a good option. Try to run for almost like a 7 to 8 days, then go with the stable version. If stable version is released, then go with the stable version. Even it's a stable ISFL, just wait for 2 to 3 days. If you don't have any news of bugs or anything, you can go with the installation. So here are some of the bug reports and you get the download links for the Cinnamon edition right here. You have other desktop environments also when you scroll it down, like a XFCE edition, and the final one is a Mac edition. You can just go like here or download, or I'm going to show you the another options there too. So before that, let's go to the new features. Here is the Linux Mint. Already mentioned, you have a 2029 support and you have the better language support for the new technology. So you can read everything on your own. If you are already a pro user, you don't need any of my tutorial here. You just can go do that on your own. So I'm going to show some of the basic features for the basic users. So that's the reason I'm making a video. So support for popular features. Here are some of the popular features. You can read everything here. Online accounts, a software manager, better security. These flap tags are clearly marked as unverified. I'm going to show this again. I forgot to show that in the Mac desktop environment. So if I forget anything, do let me know in the comment section, because I'll be making 2 videos daily. There will be problems sometimes if I will be forgetting some things because I'm still a human. So you have the matrix and Cinnamon desktop environment. New actions can be organized neatly thanks to the new layout editor. So here are all the changes and here are other improvements. Here are the artworks. You have some new wallpapers I already showed in the Mac. I'm going to show you in the Cinnamon also. So here is the release notes. Known issues, shutdown timeout. The shutdown timeout is reduced to 10 seconds. Group 2 theme in high DPI. Snap Store is disabled. If you want to re-enable, you can read it right here. So it's here. VirtualBox, black screen, I'm using a VMware, so I don't get any issue. I have like a virtual box also, but I'm running it on a VMware. So home directory encryption, guest session, and touchpad drivers. It is a Wine. You can install it by copying this. VLC media player, Redshift, other issues. Username and password in the live session. Username is a mint and the password is empty. So you will be already logged in automatically. If you don't, then just type it like this and you should be good. Solving freeze during the boot sequence. I didn't get any problem or anything. So solving freeze during the boot section. Some graphics card doesn't work well with the open source driver present in Linux Mint. I have like a 1240p and I have like a NVIDIA, so I didn't get any of the issues. So if you get anything, you can just go check it out on your own. So it will be different for every PC, so that's the reason I'm saying it. You need to try it on your own. Until you try it, you don't get that information. So they have mentioned everything here. I'm going to show you the downloading process of the desktops of Linux Mint. You can just click on the project, go to the mirrors, choose your country or choose your mirror here. I'm choosing the worldwide layer online. Go with the testing and you have all the desktop environment here, or you can just download from here also. In the blog, they have all servers here. You can do that right here, or you can just choose the worldwide and download everything here. The file size almost for every desktop environment is almost 3 GB. To be honest, it should be like a 2.7 or 3.8 GB, but it shows like a 3 GB because of 1 GB is 1024 MB, so that's the reason. So we saw all those things, so let's close this. Let's open the terminal. So the system resource memory went to 1.3 GB because we closed the Firefox web browser. Let's drag it like this. Let's check the version of the terminal. 3.5.2.0 GNOME 46. Let me type in INXI. Hit enter. So here is the CPU, here is the kernel, here is the storage, process 299, bash INXI version is 3.3.34. INXI -b. So here we have the Cinnamon desktop environment, version 6.2.2. Host is a Linux Mint, kernel, and distro is a Linux Mint 22 Wilma. So here are some of the information. You can just pause the video and read everything on your own. INXI-F. So here is some of the information of the audio, graphics, CPU, drivers, all those things. INXI-G. /etc/issue Linux Mint 22 Wilma. Here is the NeoFetch. INXI-SV8. So you pretty much got all the distro information here. The resolutions, Bluetooth, all those things which is available in my laptop. It should be different things in your laptop or PC, whatever you have. Just pause the video and do that on your own. So Hestop is not pre-installed, so in order to you need to type in the Hestop. So you can just copy the sudo apt install Hestop, or you can just type in like that and you should be good with the Hestop. So let me close this thing and let's go to the installer. So this should take a few seconds to load up. until instead of waiting for that, let's check out some of the taskbar features. Date and time, volume rockers, the internet, and here is the notifications. Let's check the notification settings also. So you get all the same things. There is nothing changed in the notifications or anything like that. So they clearly mentioned everything in the release notes or on the official website. So they will be releasing the new features and release notes of that separate desktop environment in the stable release. So you should be waiting for that. So I'm going to give everything which I know in the description, so you don't need to worry about the information there. So the installation will be same. You need to choose your language first, click on continue. Again, you get the old installer. You don't have any new changes in the installer. So these are all the same basic things. Choose your keyboard layout, click on continue. And the CPU is for some reason going up and down. I don't know. But the memory is almost a 1.6 GB. Cache is like a 4.6 GB. Install multimedia codecs, click on continue. It should take like a 30 seconds for this thing, because you already know in the older version it should be taking more or less 30 seconds or 20 seconds like that. Instead of waiting for that, let's check out some of the desktop backgrounds. So till now I didn't get any of the issues or any bugs or crashes, anything like that. Everything is going good. There is no lag or any delay in the opening of the applications. Everything is working instant. So even if it's working on instantly, don't try to install it on your main PC or work PC. I'm giving warning again and again, because some people doesn't want to wait and try to install or upgrade to the beta versions. So there is no known issue till now, but if you have any issues, you do let me know in the comment section or in the for their official website. You can just check that also. So here are some of the backgrounds. Here is the settings. So you pretty much get a lot of wallpapers here. So to be honest, I don't properly remember of Linux Mint older version video, because I'll be making 2 videos daily, so it's very hard to remember everything. And my main operating system is also different, so that's the reason. So if you are running Linux Mint and you have like an older version and you see the new changes here, do let me know in the comment section what are the changes you found on this video. So that will help other viewers too. So here is the installation type. Advanced features, same thing, something else. So if you want to install it on your virtual disk, there are a lot of tutorials of Linux, how to install it on the virtual disk. There are tutorials of other videos, so you can check that out. There is no videos in my channel, so you can check other channels. It's always a good option to always watch like a 5 to 6 videos before you install anything on your main PC, work PC or virtual disk, whatever it is. Don't just watch my video and try to install anything. It's a good option because it's your PC, you should be responsible for that. So after clicking on install now, it's going to take like 15 to 20 minutes or more or less, depends on your PC. So let's close the installer. Let's check out some of the wallpapers. Let's try the blanket, CPU, body of water. So these are all the wallpapers. They clearly mentioned here. Wilma. This is England wallpaper. Moon faces. This is pretty good. Sunset. Okay, camera. Abstract. Boat. Oracle. So these are all the wallpapers you get. Pretty much, I guess 15 to 16. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 27 for wallpapers, I guess. So let's close this thing. Let's open the file manager. About Nemo. Here is the file system. You can go through folders and check whatever you want. You can customize. So these are all the same things. You can do that on your own. So let's go to the edit. Let's try preference, behavior, display, list columns, preview, toolbar, context menu, plugins. Here is the view bar. So you can customize on your own. Compress. So these are all the same things. So let's open some of the applications I'm trying to make the stress test because to see whether it will crash or we have any bugs like that. So I'll test everything in every video like this to see whether this distro will handle day-to-day tasks. So that's the reason this test is I'm trying to make that test. Let's open some of the bit of resource consuming applications. So you don't have like an Inkscape or a Blender or some of the bit of resource consuming applications to see the exact crash or any bugs in the distro. So let me open whatever the applications are available right here. Let's try to open all the random applications. So in the MAD desktop environment, everything was going good. There is no bugs or any crash or anything like that. So let's try the Cinnamon also. Preference. Let's open the applets. Actions. Startup applications. System info. Reparted. Matrix. Multimedia codecs. Celluloid. Software manager. Software sources. Login window. Let's open the Synaptic package manager. Timeshift. Let's even open the update manager. And in the preference, we have, let's open the desklets. There is no heavy resource consuming applications, so that's the reason I'm trying to open most of the applications. We should be getting the resources, and if we have any bugs, you should be getting that also. So right now everything is going good, everything is smooth. So we are trying to open all the applications at once, so that's the reason there is a bit of delay. Other than that, there is no problem or any issue till now. So the Linux Mint did a really good job right now. Let's open the workspace. So as you can see, everything is opening instantly. Here is the welcome screen. At last, let's open the themes. Let's wait for a few seconds. Let all the applications open. So here is the CPU. Let's make it bigger so you can see properly. So the memory is almost like a 3.7 GB. I think the MAD desktop environment took like maybe 4.2 GB or something like that. So if you want to check that out, you can check the video of Matte desktop environment and Cinnamon desktop environment, which is right now. You can see the difference in that, and you can choose whatever desktop environment you want. When they release the stable release, you can choose whatever desktop environment you want. If you have like a low resources, you can go with the best desktop environment, which is good for you. So I'll be making 3 videos. I already made 2 videos. So the XFC video will be available in a few hours. So you can have all the 3 videos and go with whatever you want. So here are all the process running right now. I think every application is open right now. So there is a bit of maybe some hiccups here and there while scrolling up and down, as you can see. But it's at almost instant. The graph of CPU is almost coming down, I guess. As you can see, it's almost 4.2 GB as the same as the Matte desktop environment. If you wait like a few minutes or few seconds, you should be getting the stable graph of the CPU. So let's try to switch the applications to see whether it will be having any lag or any crash or anything like that. Rhythm box, as you can see, everything is opening instantly. Let's try Celluloid, Software Manager, Update Manager. Let's go back to the pictures, Image Viewer. Let's try the General, Login window, LibreOffice. Everything is opening instantly. There is no lag. So you should be having like minimum requirements which they are mentioned in their official website to run everything properly. So if you have like a low-end PC, if you have like a 2 GB of RAM or 1 GB of RAM, it should be very lag or any crashes may occur. I can't say exactly because I don't have that much of low resource laptop or any computer right now. You should test on your own because I don't really know how it performs on your PC. So right now in 8 GB of RAM and I have like a 60 GB of hard disk. I didn't even install it on the hard disk, so it should be different. Not the major difference, it will be more or less like 100 MB, 200 MB. That's the difference you will be seeing. And again, it's a beta version, so don't try to install it on the hard disk. If you want, you can install on the virtual hard disk, so it will be a good option. So if you tested in the virtual disk and you run like a 2-3 days, and then do let me know in the comment section how it works, so it will help other viewers too. So let's get back to the system monitor. The CPU went on the stable side. It's almost below 20%, and the RAM is almost like a 4.2 GB, and the cache is like a 4.9 GB. So let's check the applications and end the video, because we pretty much covered everything. So I covered almost everything for the basic user. If you are a pro user or you already use all the Linux distros, you don't need to watch my video because you already are a pro. You know how to work things, so that's the reason I'm not going to show all the professional things, because a lot of professionals do already know how to do things on the Linux distro. So for basic users who work on the day-to-day things, tasks like that, so I showed every application. So as you can see, I opened bunch of applications. If you are like if you have like a 4 GB of RAM, it should be good. So even if you opened all these type of applications, you should be good running all those things. So let's check the applications info and end the video. So Pix version 3.4.1. Let's close it. Let's check the LibreOffice version. The version you get is 24.2.3.2. Let's close it. Here is the login window. You can customize according to your wish. Here are some of the general information. Here is the image viewer, celluloid 0.21, rhythm box. There is a minor millisecond of delay. Other than that, there is nothing issue with the Linux Mint 22 Beta Wilma, which is a Cinnamon desktop environment. So let's check the package manager. So the installed packages will be highlighted with a green box. The version you get is a 0.91.3. Installed version will be right here, and the latest version will be right in the right side corner. Let me scroll it down like this. So these are all the packages available, and the installed will be in the right side corner with the highlighted green box. So you can just pause the video or change the playback speed to get all those installed packages. Update manager, click on OK. It should take a few seconds here. Let's check our other applications information. gparted, and here we have the updates. I don't want to choose the local mirror. So here you have all the updates available. Let's check about 6.1.2. Let's close it. Thunderbird, you should be getting 127 Supernova, as you can see. Web apps, you can just add the URL and name of the application should be installed right here. Document viewer, Thingy 1.1.7. A web browser already mentioned. Let's click on finish. Let's check about. Timeshift version is right here. Here are applets. You can search, you can download. It's clearly same as the older version, so no need to show everything. Software sources. Change according to your wish. Let me close that thing also. Actions, download, layout. You can customize all those things. So startup applications, you can add it or choose application if you want. If you don't want, you can just turn it off right here. Startup applications, Hypnotics 4.5. Here is the system info. I forgot to show that system info in the beginning, but we almost showed every distro information in the command, so you don't need to worry about that also. Cinnamon version, kernel version, my CPU, memory, hard drive, all those things. Here is the matrix. I don't clearly know what it is, but it says is a form of real-time internet chat. So if you test it, do let me know in the comment section or help others. So here is the additional software installation. I don't want to. You want to install packages Mint Metacodex. I don't want to, so let me close it. Here is the extensions you can download. It's refreshing here. Here is the workspace. Here are the themes. You can choose the dark theme. It should take a few seconds here. Style, Mint Y, Mint X, Mint L. So taking a bit of time here. You can choose color whatever you want. You can go with the advanced settings. So there is a bit of delay while choosing the themes. So it was in the older versions too. So if you didn't have anything like that, do let me know in the comment section. Dark mode, prefer light mode. You can choose whatever you want here. It's also clearly customizable. Do whatever you want. Here are the extensions you can download if you want. You can search it right here, or you can choose the drop down menu for all those other options. So here is the welcome screen of the Linux Mint, which should be shown in the beginning of the video, but I forgot to show that also. Welcome to Linux Mint. Let's go. First steps. So these are all the same things in the older versions too. So there is no problem. Even if I didn't show, I showed the new features, release notes, documentation, everything was shown before in the beginning. So no need to worry about that. Let's close it. Here is the desklet. It's clearly customizable. You can do that on your own. Here is the software manager. Let's try the Chrome. Searching software repositories. Let's try the Google Chrome again. So here is the about. Here is the preference. Show verified Flatpaks not recommended. Unverified Flatpaks represent a huge security risk. So it should give a warning whenever you choose like this. Let's try the Chrome again. System package install. Let's try the Brave. So you should be getting a warning right here. Let me show you like this. Unverified Flatpaks. So that will be a warning which is already shown in the official website. So you will get a pop-up like that, or the highlighted mark with a red text. So system packages, install all those things. So I think we pretty much covered everything. If I forgot, do let me know in the comment section. So at the end of the video, the RAM is almost like a 2.1 GB and cache is 4.8 GB. So these are all the processes running right now, as you can see. And here is the file system, resources. So I think I'll end the video here. So if you want to check other videos, they are already available in my channel. I almost covered like a 2000 to 3000. Right now it's a 3000 videos of almost every Linux distro. If you have any topic, do let me know in the comment section. If I forgot or I didn't make any video of that type of Linux distro, do let me know in the comment section. I will be making that video also. So let's check out the logout screen. Should be right now. Here is the live session user. Cinnamon default Cinnamon software rendering. It's on Wayland experimental. You can choose whatever you want. So here is the accessibility, language, date and time, everything is same. So I'm going to shut it down here. Again, thanks for watching. Peace out.